If you are visibly disfigured or disabled and a random 3-year-old loudly asks their parents about you, what would you prefer the parents' response to be? 1. I'm not disfigured or disabled, but I'll never forget an encounter I had as the mom of a young child. We were in Target, and the cashier helping us had one eye, several facial disfigurements, one ear, and a giant blue and green mohawk. My 3-year-old, of course, loudly exclaimed, "Mama, Target has a pirate." While I wished I could disappear into the floor. The lovely gentleman kindly explained to my child that he wasn't actually a pirate but had a sickness that made him look that way. He patiently answered my kiddo's questions. Does it hurt? Do you have a pirate ship? Where is your parrot? Does it make you see funny to have only one eye? I tried to stop my son from pestering him, but the cashier told me it was fine and that he loved kids. As we walked away, my son loudly declared, "That's the nicest pirate ever," and insisted that I never go to Target without him again because he wanted to say hi to Mr. Pirate Man. Over the years, we visited that same cashier many times until he passed away from complications related to his illness. He was a truly wonderful person who taught my son an early and valuable lesson. Looking different doesn't make someone bad. 2. I lost my left arm in a motorcycle accident, and this happens to me often. I work in the technology department for a school district, visiting schools to fix teachers' computers. One incident that stuck with me happened in a first-grade classroom. When I walked in, several students gasped and said, "He has no arm." The teacher quietly asked if I'd mind participating in a lesson on manners. I agreed, as I'm used to answering questions. The teacher introduced me to the class and explained that I'd lost my arm in an accident. She invited the students to ask respectful questions. Hands shot up. One child asked, "How long have you been like that?" Another asked, "How do you tie your shoes?" I explained that I had to figure out different ways to do everyday tasks. I even sat down, untied my shoe, and showed them how I tie it with one hand. They were amazed. This interaction reminded me how curious kids are, not judgmental. They just see us as people who are a little different, and I always enjoy answering their questions. 3. My husband and I were riding a train when a little boy asked his mother why I used a cane that clearly couldn't support my weight. The mother hushed him and scolded him for saying such things aloud. I knelt to the child's level and said, "I'm blind. This cane helps me avoid bumping into things and falling off curbs." I mimed stumbling dramatically, making the boy laugh. I let him hold my cane and tap it on the floor. I explained that the sound helps me determine what's around me. He experimented for a moment and exclaimed, "Cool." The mother thanked me for being so kind. I told her that it's important for children to learn about disabilities to foster understanding and compassion. My grandson, who grew up around me, often helps a blind girl in his class. They've become close friends, and she even told him she wants to marry him someday. Parents should encourage respectful curiosity and age-appropriate conversations about disabilities. It helps children grow into compassionate, understanding adults.